The first thing you notice about rural Colorado isn't the mountains, it's the quiet. It's a quiet so profound it almost feels like a presence, settling over the land as the sun rises and the world slowly wakes up. The silence here is not just the absence of noise, but a kind of gentle hush that wraps around you, making every sound that does appear feel important, almost sacred. It's a deep, almost physical silence, broken only by the hum of a refrigerator or the wind outside. Even the smallest noises, a floorboard creaking, the distant call of a bird, seem amplified, echoing through the stillness. You become aware of your own breathing, the soft shuffle of your footsteps, the way the wind sighs through the grass and trees. My first night in a tiny cabin near Saguache, I thought I'd found true peace, until a crash outside shattered the calm. The darkness outside felt thick, almost alive, and every unfamiliar sound made my imagination run wild. I lay in bed, heart pounding, listening for what might come next. I peeked out and saw a black bear wrestling with my rubbish bin, more annoyed than menacing. He grunted and snuffled, pawing at the lid, determined to find a midnight snack. In that moment, I realized I was just a visitor in his world, a guest in a place where the wild still rules the night. He gave up and wandered off, leaving me to realize, out here, silence is never empty. It's filled with the presence of creatures going about their lives, just out of sight, just beyond the glow of your porch light. You're not just a resident, you're a guest among creatures who've been here far longer. The land remembers them, and they move through it with a confidence you can only admire. Every day, you're reminded that your home is just a small part of a much larger, wilder world. Deer will eat your flowers, nibbling them down to the stems before you even notice. They move quietly, almost ghost-like, appearing at dawn and dusk to graze in your yard as if it's their own. Coyotes will sing you to sleep, their eerie howls echoing across the fields and hills. Their voices rise and fall in the night, a reminder that the wild is always close, always watching. And a bear might claim your leftovers, leaving behind only paw prints and a story to tell. These encounters become part of your daily life, woven into the fabric of your experience here. The line between your world and the wild is blurry, if it exists at all. Sometimes it feels like the forest is reaching out to reclaim your little patch of civilization, reminding you that you're always on the edge of something untamed. You learn to check your boots for spiders and to respect the small creatures that share your space. Every habit, every routine, is shaped by the knowledge that you're not alone out here. And you make noise in the woods, letting bears and other animals know you're coming. It's a simple act, but it's one of respect, a way of saying, I'm here, but I know this is your home too. The silence is full of life. Rustling leaves, distant hawks circling overhead, and sometimes a bear's midnight snack. Every sound tells a story. Every moment is a reminder that the wild is never far away. Living here means adapting to nature's terms. You learn to work with the land, to accept its rhythms and its surprises. Chopping wood, tending a garden, or simply sitting on the porch becomes a way to connect with the world around you. It's a world away from city life where wildlife is a squirrel in a park. Here you listen differently. You pay attention to the subtle changes in the air, the distant calls, the way the light shifts as the day goes on. Every sound is a reminder, you're part of something bigger. The land, the animals, the silence itself, they all shape you, teaching you to slow down, to notice, to appreciate the wildness that surrounds you. The peace is real, but so is the wildness. It's a balance, a dance between comfort and unpredictability, between solitude and the company of creatures you may never see. And that's what makes it unforgettable. In rural Colorado, the silence isn't empty, it's alive, and it's waiting for you to listen. Colorado's mountains dominate the skyline, but rural life is shaped by much more. Beyond the peaks are endless high plains, rolling grasslands, and valleys like the San Luis, flat, wide, and full of stories. The western slopes, mesas, and canyons look like old movie sets, carved by rivers and time. Each region has its own climate, character, and rhythm. Living here means knowing which roads close in snow, which fields flood in spring. The land isn't just scenery, it's a daily companion, sometimes beautiful, sometimes demanding. A 2-hour drive can take you from green valleys to red deserts. You learn to read the land, respect its moods, and adapt. The landscape shapes your days and your sense of self. Out here, you don't just live in Colorado, you live with it. And that makes every day an adventure. Life in a small Colorado town moves at its own pace. Mornings start at the only coffee shop. No fancy drinks, just strong coffee and the day's news. The post office is the social hub. Everyone has a box, so you see your neighbors daily. These routines weave the community together. Anonymity isn't an option. Everyone knows your name and your business. Days are shaped by the seasons. Gardening, hiking, or shoveling snow. There's satisfaction in hands-on work, stacking wood, fixing fences, living practically, and then there's the wave. Every car gets a nod, a silent, "We're in this together." Even strangers get a wave. It's rural etiquette. Miss a wave and you feel it. Waving is the glue of the back roads, a language of belonging. Life here is about connection, not convenience. The rituals are simple, but they matter. Community isn't just a word, it's a way of life. And it starts with a cup of coffee and a wave. To truly understand rural Colorado, you have to listen to the people who have called this land home for generations. Their stories, their laughter, and even their struggles are woven into the fabric of these small towns and wide open spaces. Mary, a lifelong resident, told me, "People come for the views, but stay for the people." She's seen neighbors become family, and strangers welcomed with open arms. In her eyes, the mountains are beautiful, but it's the warmth of the community that truly makes this place special. When her husband was ill, neighbors brought meals for months. Kindness you can't buy in a city. It's a tradition here. When someone faces hardship, the whole community steps up, offering support in ways big and small. David, a young rancher, said, "It's hard, but I'm raising my kids in the same creek I played in." That's legacy. For him, the land is more than just a place to work. It's a living memory, a connection to his own childhood and to generations before him. There's pride in self-reliance, but also a deep sense of interdependence. People here know that while they can handle a lot on their own, life is richer and more manageable when everyone pitches in. Frank, the hardware store owner, recalled a blizzard that knocked out power for a week. He remembers the cold, but more than that, he remembers the way the town pulled together. Nobody panicked. We shared generators, wood stoves, checked on the elderly. We just took care of each other. In moments of crisis, the community's true character shines through. Neighbors become lifelines and no one is left behind. These stories reveal a life that's challenging but rewarding. The work is hard, but the sense of accomplishment and belonging runs deep. Hard work is balanced by beauty and community. The sunrise over the mountains, the laughter at a town gathering, these are the moments that make the effort worthwhile. Here, hardship is faced together, not alone. Whether it's shoveling snow or repairing a neighbor's fence, everyone lends a hand, knowing that someday they'll need help too. Kindness, legacy, resilience, they all add up to home. It's a place where generations gather, where stories are passed down, and where every challenge faced together strengthens the bonds between people. Home isn't just a place, it's shared experience and support. It's the laughter echoing across a porch, the helping hands during a move, and the comfort of knowing you're never truly alone. The people here don't just survive, they belong. They celebrate together, mourn together, and build a life that's deeply connected to both the land and each other. Community is the safety net. It's the assurance that no matter what comes, someone will be there to help you through. That's the real strength of rural Colorado. It's not just the stunning scenery, but the people who make this place a true home. It's a home built on connection, on shared memories, and on the unwavering support of a community that always stands together. Rural Colorado is beautiful, but it's not gentle. The landscape is breathtaking, with mountains rising against the sky and fields blanketed in white. But beneath that beauty lies a harsh reality. The weather can turn from sunny to dangerous in just a few hours. One moment, the sun is shining, and the next, the wind howls and snow begins to fall. But winter is the real test of life out here, pushing both people and the land to their limits. A blizzard isn't just a snow day. It can isolate you for weeks at a time. Roads disappear, and the world shrinks to the boundaries of your own property. I remember a January when snow buried everything for 10 days straight. The drifts were so high, doors wouldn't open, and windows framed nothing but white. Shoveling became a daily battle, just to reach the door, the woodpile, or the road. Every morning you dig yourself out, only to do it again the next day. A stocked pantry isn't a hobby, it's survival. You learn to plan months ahead, canning vegetables in summer and storing up for the long, uncertain winter. The nearest supermarket might be an hour away, a doctor 3. Every trip is a calculated risk, and you don't leave home without a full tank and emergency supplies. If your car breaks down, you call a neighbor. not a rideshare. Out here, community means everything, and people look out for each other because they have to. Isolation is real, both physical and social. The silence can be overwhelming, and sometimes the only footprints you see are your own. Winter can make the lively summer community feel distant, as if the world has gone into hibernation and left you behind. You go days seeing only the person you live with. Cabin fever is real, and you learn to appreciate small moments of connection. It takes a certain kind of person to thrive here. Someone comfortable with solitude who finds peace in the quiet and strength in being alone. The peace of July can feel lonely in February. The memories of warm days linger, but winter demands patience and resilience. But you become more self-sufficient, more resourceful. Every challenge teaches you something new about yourself and the land you call home. The price of beauty and solitude is high. The mountains don't give their gifts easily, and every comfort is hard-won. But for many, it's worth every snow-shoveling, soup-eating, quiet moment. The hardships make the joys sweeter, and the silence more profound. Out here, you learn what you're made of. Winter in rural Colorado isn't just a season, it's a way of life, and it shapes you in ways you never expected. The lonely cowboy is a myth. People imagine rural life as solitary, but the truth is the opposite. You can't survive here alone. Neighbors are your lifeline. Community isn't a buzzword, it's essential infrastructure. Social life happens at pancake breakfasts, basketball games, and barn dances. Faces become friends, and soon, you're part of the fabric. People are welcoming, especially if you show you're here to stay. Once you contribute, you're not an outsider, you're a neighbor. And in rural Colorado, being a neighbor means being family. Out here, connection is survival. Rural Colorado redefines wealth. Out here, no one cares about your job title or your car. Wealth is measured in sunsets, starry skies, and quiet mornings with coffee on the porch. You're rich in time, no commutes, no rush. Life slows down, you savor the moments. You have time for gardens, music, or just being still. The real treasure is community. Friends who show up, neighbors who help. Belonging is a currency money can't buy. Security comes from knowing you're not alone. This is the true wealth of rural Colorado: spirit, time, and connection. It's a richness that lasts. Most visitors see Colorado's ski resorts and think they know the state, but the real Colorado is far from the slopes and boutiques. It's in small towns where the grain elevator is the tallest building for miles. In the San Luis Valley, life moves at a different pace. Forgotten mining towns still echo with history. There's no curated rustic experience here, just real life. Mud on trucks is from work, not a car wash setting. This Colorado is about resilience, not glamour. To know it, you have to leave the interstate, take the back roads, and stop in towns not on any guidebook. Have pie at the diner, talk to locals. The state's true character is found in these overlooked corners. It's not on the ski slopes, it's in the places that are beautifully, stubbornly real. So, what's the truth about rural Colorado? It's breathtaking, challenging, and deeply rewarding. Life here is a partnership with the land, a dance with the seasons. It's not for everyone, but for those who crave connection and quiet, it's a treasure. You'll need self-reliance, patience, and a sense of humor, especially when a bear visits. For those drawn to it, rural Colorado offers peace, belonging, and a slower pace. Maybe you'll look past the famous towns and find yourself curious about the dots in between. Take a different road, stop in a small cafe, say hello, come see the stars, feel the silence, and meet the people who call this place home. Don't just be a tourist, be a traveler. Ask questions, listen to stories. You might find the Colorado you were searching for isn't in the brochures. It's here, waiting in the quiet places. All you have to do is discover it.